Hey there, it's Nicole Holcomb, the host of the Dyslexia Mom Life podcast. I am so excited to have you with me today. I just wanted to pop in on this Thursday and talk to you about the Thursday Thrive Tip. Yes, I said it, Thrive Tip. Because we're all about helping you thrive as a mom as you raise your dyslexic kids. And so as we have, the whole month is dedicated to the Back to School mini-series, I wanted to talk to you about routines. And the reason I thought about routines being the perfect thing to start us off with is because for us, Monday starts face-to-face instruction for us at our house. And I started thinking about that, it's been like March since we've had to drive to school and have a actual out-of-the-house school routine. And I had to really think about, what does that need to look like? Does it need to be the same things I used to do, or does it need to look different? And so I thought it would be a great topic for us to talk about. Maybe you've already started school, maybe you haven't, but we need to be thinking about, what does that routine look like? And you know why you need that is because you want to thrive this year. You want to thrive in what you're doing as a parent. And what better way than to start the day off with you? You deserve that. Okay, let me say it again. You deserve that. You deserve even just 5 minutes in your morning to yourself before your family gets up. And hey, if you want to get up at 4 a.m. and do that, that's fine too. I am not that kind of morning person. So my routine is going to be more like maybe 15, 30 minutes early. It can be, the timing doesn't matter. It can be 5 minutes. It can be 55 minutes. It doesn't matter. What I am recommending for your morning routine is for you to think about, what do you need in the morning to get your day started off right? And we're not talking about checking off your to-do list. You may thumb through it. What I'm talking about is time for you. Time for you to take some deep breaths before you get out of bed. Time for you to grab a cup of coffee, a bottle of water, have a seat in the living room, in the kitchen, wherever you're comfortable, and just have a few minutes to yourself before your family gets up and before your day begins. And I have to say, when I think back on the days that I didn't take at least just a few minutes for myself, my day was kind of crazy, to be honest with you. When I didn't have things ready, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes, for my evening routine, it really just messed my whole day up. The whole day was just a hot mess. I mean, some days literally. So, let's talk about that a little bit more. You may be thinking, well, what do you mean by a morning routine? Again, very personal to you. So, some of the things that it could be is, I enjoy writing in my journal, so I might get up, like this morning I got up, I went for a walk, and then I wrote a little bit in my journal, and I did that while listening to some classical music, just because that's just kind of the mood I was in this morning. It was helping me kind of take some deep breaths and really focus in on what I wanted to write about. But it also could be a gratitude journal. Maybe you're writing down the things you're grateful for to get your mindset right, that there are things in this world to be grateful for. Maybe it's exercise or yoga. Maybe it's that reflection time and affirmation, I've got this. This is what I'm going to accomplish. Maybe it's music. Like I said a few minutes ago, I love all kinds of music. So a little side that you may not know about our family is we used to run a mobile DJ business. And so I love all kinds of music. But I have different moods of music I like. So like this morning I was in a classical mood, and I really just wanted to sit and listen to some music while I was journaling. But it also may be that I'm, playing some upbeat music because I want to get my day started and get my adrenaline going. So it really just kind of depends on my day. And another thing you could think about is meditation. Do you have a meditation practice? Would you like a meditation practice? And if you do, I've got one coming up on Monday, just a little plug. Jamie Jackson Spanhake, who is the author of The Lawyer, The Lion, and The Laundry, is going to be a special guest on the podcast Monday. And I'm so excited to say, just a little plug there, a little spoiler alert. She has also recorded a meditation, a 5-minute meditation just for you guys, just for our listeners. And so it's going to be on the on the podcast as well, and you'll be able to listen to it anytime as a standalone episode. So I'd love to hear what you thought about that. So tune in on Monday for that. So let me talk to you about evening routines and why evening routines are so helpful to your morning routine. And this is why. If you get the backpacks ready, get the kids to get them ready, whatever it is, get everything ready at the evening, your morning goes so much more smoothly. So imagine this. The backpacks are packed. The homework is in them. The permission slips are in there. The snacks are in there where they're supposed to be if you still have snacks for your kids. I still have snacks at my house. You've got the lunch in the refrigerator ready to go, or you've got things laid out to put in the lunch. You've got clothes ready. Maybe you've laid them out because you have younger children. Maybe your older kids have laid it out for themselves, their clothes. And you've picked out something for yourselves because, ladies, that's a time suck, right? You get in your closet, you try something on, it just doesn't feel right, and you try something else on. You're losing lots of time there. So we can definitely lay out or at least pick out a couple of things to put at the front of our closet for the next morning. This will save you a good bit of time where you could be sitting quietly by yourself on the couch, reading a book for 10 minutes. Doesn't that sound delightful compared to going through your closet? So I try to do that the night before, and believe me, try it, it works. It helps. Maybe you also have a bedtime routine as far as when technology is turned off, bath time, all those kind of great things that signals it's time to wrap up your day. But before you jump in the bed, if you will get things ready for the morning, things that can be done ahead of time, that really will help you feel like I don't have to get up and check off a list of things to do. You can just get up and have some me time. Another thing I've incorporated a couple years ago is essential oils. And I know there's some debate about essential oils, so I'm not going to get into the medical piece of that, but I can only share what works for our family. And what I think has been helpful for us is we have diffusers rather in our bedrooms, and that essential oil, that peppermint, that lavender, those calming scents, those aromas smell so good, and it signals to your brain, oh, it's bedtime. Like we smell this every night when it's bedtime. And you can play around with some different combinations. I actually have some combinations that I also use. One is called, I think, Mind Focus, and I use that in the morning time at my desk, and it helps me kind of wake up. And I think another one's like, Good Morning Buttercup or something like that. But they're just some things that help me get my day started as well. But again, if you will just take a few minutes to think that through as far as what works at the evening that you can do ahead of time, it really does help you kind of ease into your day. So, you don't have to copy my routine. You don't have to copy anybody else's that's on the internet. I want you to focus on what works for you. What works for you. It's going to look different. It's going to look different than mine. It's going to look different than your best friend, your sister, your sister-in-law. It's going to look different. So, here's a little Thrive homework for you. I promise it will be painless. I want you to take a walk, take a hot bath, just somewhere where you can have a few minutes to yourself, and think about what would help me ease into my day. And if it's getting everything ready the night before, I find that really helps me because I don't have to worry about running around, checking off in my mind, did all this stuff get done? Then I can take those few minutes in the morning and decide what that looks like. And I've already shared several of those with you as far as that is concerned, as far as what could you be doing. And I think you really have to spend some time thinking about what would help you. And if exercise is not your thing, then don't do that in the morning, okay? I mean, there's lots of research about exercise. There's lots of research about sleep too, though, right? So I want you to be thinking about what works for you. If you get up and lay in bed for 5 minutes and take some deep breaths, you get up and have that first cup of coffee, that first bottle of water, and you just have 15 minutes. Believe me, it's going to make a difference, okay? You do you figure out what you need to focus on, and that's what you do. And I guarantee it's going to make the school year start off on a smoother note. Is every day going to work? No, there's going to be days that you hit the snooze because you only got 3 hours of sleep. Those things are going to happen. But if the majority of time you can have a routine, you're going to tell a difference. So after you take that walk, take that hot bath, whatever it is you're going to do to get a few minutes to yourself, think about what that looks like. And then I would like to invite you to jump over to Dyslexia Mom Life on Instagram. I'm going to start a Instagram post on routines. So it'll be Thursday Thrive Tip routines. Jump in there. Tell us what you're going to do once you figure that out. Tell us about it. If you need to, send me a DM. If you are just so excited and you want me to know what you're doing, I'll see it in the comments. But if you'd rather it be more private, that's fine too. But you know what? When you put it out in the universe and say, I'm going to try this thing and this is what I'm going to do, you're going to tell a difference. Your attitude's going to be different because you put it out there. And you've probably had some kind of routine in the past. Like I said, 5 months ago, I think we all had routines. But I think it's time to realign those with the current situation. If you're homeschooling, if you're doing learning through online, digital, whatever that looks like, figure out your time in the morning, in the evenings, to end your day and start your day off about you. Again, you deserve this. You deserve a few minutes of the day, and your family will feel it, your family will see it, and you will thrive when you take those minutes for yourself. You got this, okay? I look forward to you jumping back on and listening again on Monday. Like I said, Jamie Jackson Spanhake is going to be on the podcast, and she's going to provide you such great insights from her book about choosing what you want, choosing your values, talking about meditation. It's going to be great. You're not going to want to miss it. So if you haven't already, you should really jump onto wherever you listen to your podcast and subscribe so that you won't miss these Thursday Thrive Tips when I publish those, and you won't miss these amazing back to school guests. So bye for now. See you on Monday.